story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on CoreTV News at 7. I am Ebulomo Adekunle. The federal government and state governors are to meet on Wednesday to further deepen collaboration and efforts to stop the spread of Ebola virus. President Goodluck Jonathan disclosed this in Abuja. He also advised Nigerians against making contact with corpses. Nigeria's Ebola cases have hit double figure with the confirmation of one fresh case in Lagos. Health Minister Onyebuchi Chukwu said at a news conference in Abuja that the country now has 10 cases of the virus. He did not disclose the identity of the new case, but indicated that the person had primary contact with the late Liberian American Patrick Sawyer. Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola has urged religious and traditional leaders to assist in the fight against the spread of the deadly Ebola virus. Abiola Oluwole was at the sensitization meeting. His report is presented from our studios. We'll bring you details of that subsequently. Politicians have called for the postponement of campaigns for the forthcoming Liberian elections as the country tries to deal with a deadly outbreak of the Ebola virus. Residents of northern Liberia are in a state of danger for months as the deadly Ebola epidemic swept through the region. Now they face a new threat as measures to stem the spread of the virus spark fears of starvation.
The life of the Liberian people is more important than even the electoral process. What is more important than the life of a group of people who are supposed to participate in an electoral process? A healthy population can participate in a healthy election. As it is currently, it is a remote possibility for anyone to think that we can conduct an election where people will be able to participate in mass, because the fight against the Ebola disease in our country is serious, and we as an institution are very sensitive to this very important national endeavor. We think that it's important for us to postpone the election to a date during which we know that we would have made significant strides in our fight against the Ebola disease.
I welcome the postponement of the campaign. I think we were the first to to make that known. In the beginning, there were people who felt that my recommendation had whatever motive to it, but I believed that we could not be talking about elections or politicking while our people were dying.
Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola has congratulated his Osun State counterpart, Rauf Aregbesola, over his victory at the just concluded governorship election. Fashola also called on President Goodluck Jonathan to apologize to the people of Osun State and the All Progressives Congress for the brutality suffered at the hands of security forces in the period leading to the election.
Well, I think the first thing to say is to congratulate Governor Aregbesola for his steadfastness, and also to congratulate the State of Osun chapter of the APC, the members, supporters, and the people of the State of Osun for standing firm in the face of very, very brutalizing harassment, intimidation, and clear abuse of state authority, and this is not how it should have been. That security agencies of Nigeria were actually arresting members of one political party without any clear charge in the night before the election. And I think in those circumstances, I would expect to hear an apology to the APC and the people of the state of Osun in the aftermath of this.
Reactions have continued to trail the just concluded Osun governorship poll. Members of the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress reacted to the conduct and outcome of the election. They have also expressed some kind of confidence with regards to Lagos State in the 2015 general elections. Survivors of Boko Haram attacks in southern Nigeria who fled to northern Adamawa areas of Madagali, Michika and Lassa have received letters threatening further attacks on them. Over 10,000 people in Goza local government area of Borno State have been displaced by the sect. Some are currently in Adamawa, others in Taraba, while many fled to Cameroon for refuge. The threat came after the militant group attacked Polka in Goza local government area of Borno State on Sunday. Executive Director of Stephanos Foundation, Mark Lipto, says he has been receiving distress calls from the residents who appear helpless at the moment. Lipto says Boko Haram has also sent threat letters to areas where the victims were run into. They asked all women and children to leave Goza town or be attacked. Reports say the militants arrived the town with hijabs and food supplies to younger and average-aged people. The Independent National Electoral Commission has been commended on the outcome of the August 9 governorship election in Osun State. A political analyst, Ola Olataju, commended INEC for performing her duties well during the election.
I need to congratulate the Independent National Electoral Commission for a job well done in Osun. They've been able to maintain the independence of the commission, in spite of the fact that heavy military or armed forces personnel were mobilized into Osun State, which some people called intimidation, which I don't see from that angle, but that INEC was able to stand up and to conduct that election in a way that allowed Aregbesola to emerge the winner, not taking into consideration that they said who plays the piper, they takes the tune. PDP government, the federal government being controlled by PDP, pays INEC. But INEC now standing up under Jega to conduct an election where the same PDP will be defeated, I say they deserve a lot of commendation.
In the same vein, a public affairs analyst, Sylvester Laume, says the electorate should be commended for coming out en masse and for their peaceful conduct.
The electorates, they are wonderful too. It shows that the electorates in Osun are well educated. They are matured. Despite all this perceived intimidation, they came out en masse to vote, and there was no problem, no hooliganism. Nobody tried to shunt. I was looking at them on the television, and I saw that there was no shunting, so there was no cause for any rancor. I also want to congratulate INEC because I learned all materials needed came on time to all the spots. So I want to say they also have tried very well, and I hope they will continue in other elections.
Students of Lagos State University have appealed to the state government and the authority of LASU to free students who are being victimized for their roles in the fight against fee hike in the institution. In a statement by the Students' Union President Nuruddin Yusuf, the students commended Lagos State Governor Babatude Fashola for reversing the institution's fee to 25,000 naira. Yusuf said the reversal of the fee would restore the hope of thousands of Lagosians who had previously been denied access to education. Yusuf commended the LASU restoration team, Students' Parliamentary Council, past union leaders, Academic Staff Union of University, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian University, Education Rights Campaign and Joint Action Front, among others, for their roles in the agitation. The leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students in the Southwest Zone has commended the Lagos State Governor, Babatunde Fashola, for reverting the tuition of the Lagos State University to its original rate. Fashola had increased the tuition from 25,000 naira to a maximum of 350,000 naira, sparking off mass protests. It was reduced to between 34 to 60%, but the students were dissatisfied before it was finally reduced to the original amount. The public relations officer of NANS Southwest, Jeremiah Olatinwu, thanks the Lagos State government for the reversal. Olatinwu says the action will advance the frontiers of education and make education affordable to the common man, saying he is grateful that Governor reversed the fees regardless of whether or not he had a political reason for doing so. The West African Examinations Council has announced the release of the May-June 2014 result. Anita Fatuji has details.
The head of National Office of the West African Examinations Council, Charles Iguridu, says in the last examination, the council introduced a device which helps generate valid examination reports for each examination center. The device enabled supervisors and staff to address and record the process in real time.
Identity verification, attendance, malpractice, and post-examination management system. This ICT-driven device enables supervisors and staff of the council on duty to address and record the process in real time on the day of the examination. These include identity verification, capturing and recording occurrences as they happen, such as candidates' attendance and examination malpractice, and transmit same to our database here in Lagos. With this, the council is able to generate valid examination reports of each examination center.
He said the council is introducing biometric-enabled certificates, which will have details of the candidate's biometric features and actual grades encrypted.
Today, gentlemen of the press, I am delighted to announce the release of the results of the May-June 2014 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. Of the total number of candidates that sat the examination, 791,227 candidates, representing 46.75%, obtained 6 credits and above. 982,472 candidates, representing 58.05%, obtained 5 credits and above.
Igurido said the council has decided to extend the normal registration period of the November-December WASC to Sunday, August 17, 2014.
Let me seize this opportunity to inform you that the council decided to extend the normal registration period for the November-December 2014 WASC to Sunday, August 17, 2014, so as to enable candidates who sat the May-June examination and who may have any deficiencies to register for the November-December examination diet if they so wish.
Head of the national office said he is happy that Nigerian students perform better than students from other countries.
There are strong indications that the federal government remains on track to consolidate the operations of some aviation agencies in order to streamline their activities as recommended by the 2012 Steve Oronsai's report. The decision to go ahead with the merger is coming against the backdrop of the opposition by stakeholders in the industry. In May this year, government issued a notice that it would merge the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA and Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, to become the Federal Civil Aviation Authority, FCAA, so as to reduce the high cost of managing the agencies. But in reaction to this plan, industry stakeholders, including workers' unions, the airline operators of Nigeria, and other professionals in the industry criticized the move, saying it would lead to conflicts when the regulatory body, NCAA, is merged with service providers, NAMA and NIMET, which is supposed to regulate. CoreTV also learned that the president of the International Civil Aviation Organization, Aviation World Governing Body, Bernard Aliyu, who is a Nigerian, had reached out to government on this merger, strongly advising against it. However, a letter from the Office of the Secretary to the government of the Federation has ordered the affected agencies to send a progress report on the proposed merger to the government, and the new aviation minister, Osita Chidoka, has been intimated with the federal government's decision to go ahead with the merger of the agencies. And that's the Core TV News at 7. Join us again at 9:45 for the primetime news. Thank you for watching. I am Ebunlomo Adekunle.
jẹ́ ká lè sọ ẹni tí mo láṣẹ yìí.